We have been absolutely amazed at how often our video has been watched. What's even more surprising to us are the number of emails that folks in our area have sent us. Most emails have been along the lines of good job or neat pictures, but 17 are from other customers describing similar incidents they have observed. Most surprising are the 5 from current or past employees telling us what he's done to them or fellow coworkers. 2 claim his infamous conduct is known by many staff members in the other Fred Meyer stores in this area, and they claimed a substantial number of employees have either quit or transferred just to get away from him. Today, an email with a completely different tone arrived, so we thought we'd share it with you. The name of the sender is not clear, so we'll use a nom de plume to refer to its author as we respond to several quotes from that email. For our purposes, we'll just call the email's author Boyd. Here we go then with the first quote.
I have not seen these things happen you complain of. Maybe it did happen, but I think you should have complained to the store director or some other higher-up authority about this managerial employee.
Okay, we'll accept your sentiments at face value and give you our reaction. On their face, your statements indicate you may have seen your management potential. Apparently, the current store manager doesn't choose to see these outrageous incidents either. That's why we knew it would do no good to tell him what he already knows. We have to question why he doesn't care. Perhaps the individual in question is making the store manager a lot of money. We don't really know how all that works in your stores, but it's common for store managers to get a piece of the store's profits. Perhaps that is clouding his vision. We will say our position is not altered because you are equally oblivious. While it's possible you're just a suck-up seeking corporate recognition and a future promotion will give you the benefit of the doubt and attribute it to your being 18 and not having enough information or the experience to have good judgment in this matter. You weren't there.
It is uncomfortable and embarrassing to me and every other hard-working employee and managerial staff at Fred Meyer to hear and see this video.
Pretty self-important of you to assume the role of speaking for every other employee and the entire managerial staff, don't you think? The email responses we personally have received from several of your coworkers are in stark disagreement with you. Maybe you should actually ask a few of them if they've seen the video and hear what they have to say before you defend the individual that was the subject of our complaint so blindly. When and if you take the time to do that, then you might as well be obligated to revise and retract some of what you have written to support him. We're working on an updated version of our original complaint that includes the comments of several other customers and no less than 5 of your current and former coworkers, 2 of which are what we now understand are referred to as person in charge and wear red vests.
Why blame it on the store when it is one employee?
You completely mischaracterized the nature of our complaint. We made it abundantly clear that this is one individual we criticized. He alone is the problem, and we in no way criticize the store staff in general. It is fair to say, by implication, that we see the responsibility for failing to supervise him rests at the feet of the store manager.
You make it sound like our store is full of angry yelling bullies.
That statement, if clearly false, as any clear-thinking review of our complaint will demonstrate. Watch it again. We made no broad statements about the particular store and its staff. We did clearly identify that in this instance it was one member of the middle management that was the problem, and we criticized the store manager for tolerating the environment. We questioned why your corporate overseers would permit him to continue to manage by terrorizing the staff. We questioned whether or not middle managers received training to conduct themselves in this manner. We did not say we saw similar conduct from any others in your store.
Is this how the owners of mom and pops should talk to corporate?
It is certainly how we choose to address it, and we were unaware that we needed the consent of any third party to do so. We do know that public scrutiny and opinion carry far more weight than the mere opinion of 2 isolated customers when dealing with a corporation. We intentionally created our video for that purpose. It has provided us with a great deal of feedback and substantially more information than we are willing to share in this public forum. Why? It's precisely because our complaint is with the corporation and not with the mom-and-pop operation. Mom-and-pop operations are run by warm-blooded, living and breathing people. That means they interact with customers at a personal and emotional level with a sense of right and wrong and have a genuine desire to deal with you fairly. Corporations don't have the luxury of that approach. They have a legal obligation to their stockholders to make money. Thus, the goals are mutually exclusive. Legally, they must satisfy the law and make money and have no obligation to put the customer's best interests first. By their very nature, corporations have no compassion. If they can put the customer first, they will, but only as an afterthought. Welcome to the real world. We still believe in speaking plainly, and after your letter are even more convinced that our approach is both fair and effective. We've made an honest presentation of facts using the internet, and we encourage the public to share their opinion with the Fred Meyer corporate offices. To be fair and demonstrate that we haven't taken Boyd's comments out of context, here is the full text of his email.